I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know that I'm sinning, and this is just the beginning. I'm closing in the night inning. There ain't no point in resisting. Living life like a dream, live it right, that's the thing. Every night got a team, I've been tied to the scene. Out on stage, here I'm screaming. Okay, this a dream, and I pray as a team. One day it'll be me. If I want it, then I get it. Head down, don't regret it. Push myself to the limit. If I play it, then I win it. I'm just saying, I'm just living for today. For a minute, I don't stay, I just visit. Have no shame, I admit it. Looking right at me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now. Swear to God, man, I'ma make it soon. Silence all the haters as they see us making moves. I do what I want, so I got nothing to prove. Staying motivated, teaching others what to do. I'm staying focused, my mind is open. They start to notice that I'm in motion. There is no potion, you're not just chosen. It takes devotion to stay composed, man. Never stop, there ain't no time to fall. Try to live, get it all, you got one life to ball. Thinking big, never small, cause you gotta want it all. When you finally get that call, you get ready, take it on. Need a hand out, I already stand out. Starting to advance now, ready to expand now. You don't have a chance now, cause we're in demand now. Make it by the grand now, feeling in command now. They're looking right at me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now.
But it's too late now. I remember you and me, and how careless we could be.
All day and all night, we'd stay up, it felt so right. We were so young, we were so dumb. We would get drunk and then hook up. We were okay, we were alright. Staying awake till the sunrise. We were in love, couldn't stop us. Like a good drug, never run.
We'd hook up in my car, drive it so far. Play your guitar, you'd show me your art. Let down our guards, think with our hearts. Stare at the stars, we were never apart. Drinking too young, way too much fun. Out in the sun, open when it's gone. Took you to prom, dance to our song. Dance all night long till the lights come on.
It's too late now. I remember everything, and how careless
remember everything, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be. And how careless we could be. And how careless we could be. Late nights, long fights, it felt right, we were alive. We would go out, we were so loud, we were so proud, we had no doubts. Weekends and weekdays, we'd spend our own way. We were careless, we were fearless, we were reckless, time was precious.
We loved to waste time, whiskey and wine, drinking all night, asleep by your side. Finally alive, we would just drive, never arrive. Our journey was live, staying out late, testing our fate, running away. We live for today, young and so bold, never get old. Screw what we're told, we can't be controlled.
It's too late now, I remember everything, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be. And how careless we could be. And how careless we could be. And how careless we could be.
The gay part flips up so you can clean underneath.
And how careless we could be.
Yeah. Everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes, but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone, that's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. Here I won't ever let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off as friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alone. It's so cold outside, I'm break down, always feel like I could break now, but I never let it it take me to that place now. I won't ever let my thoughts get away now. I got better things to do, picking fate now. I just wanna be the best, call me great now. I don't know if I'm okay or insane now. I remember better days on the playground, hoping I can find my way to even when I'm feeling down. I fight, even when I don't know what is right. I'ma pick a side, and I'ma take pride. I will decide my fate, and I will never let them tell me who I am. If you try to shake me, I'll be damned. Planet on the ground is where I stand. Never give up, that was always the plan. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold. Yeah. Everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes, but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone, that's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. I won't ever let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off as friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold. Break down, always feel like I could break now, but I never let it take me to that place now. I won't ever let my thoughts get away now. I got better things to do, picking fate now. I just wanna be the best, call me great now. I don't know if I'm okay or insane now. I remember better days on the playground, hoping I can find my way to even when I'm feeling down. I fight, even when I don't know what is right. I'ma pick a side, and I'ma take pride. I will decide my fate, and I will never let them tell me who I am. If you try to shake me, I'll be damned. Planet on the ground is where I stand. Never give up, that was always the plan. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold. Yeah, I don't believe in destiny, I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies, they're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me, you ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know, better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes, call me aggressive with my flow. Call me offensive even though
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess up. But I'm still gonna fight for what I love. Still gonna die for what I love. Still gonna try, I won't give up. Still gonna fight until I've won. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left. And I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret. Cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win, I won't stop till the end, no.
some injuries, mentally and physically. Studied them religiously so I don't repeat history. And people won't admit to me they don't want a victory bad enough to get a C. They'd rather just go leave it be. And oh, this journey I've been on since 13, working hard and learning, never stopping searching. Yeah, it's burning, all this passion hurts me. I took action working, writing down these words.
No, I'm not okay, I just wanna be something. I don't wanna be nothing, living all alone. No, I'm not alright, I'm just barely getting by. But I'll tell you I'm just fine, so you leave me alone. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left. And I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret. Cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win, I won't stop till the end, no. You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming.
There's no way that you make it, and maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fight back. Yeah. You ain't gonna make it,
You ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you face it. Thinking that they give a damn, you're not thinking straight, kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just faking. Nah, I don't wanna hear it anymore. I don't wanna hear it anymore. All these fucking thoughts, they are not what I need anymore. I'm about to shut the motherfucking door on all you poor ass haters who get
Back again. Tell a friend. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, theys and thems, children of all ages, it's time for Thirsty Thursday. And what are we thirsty for? Hot Rainbow Six Siege action as the Totemic League brings you Agony Alpha against Old Man & Co. And we are brought to you by and presented by and casted by Outcasters Esports. Let's go!
fucking fight back.
Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to you. I am Eric Logan Summit, a proud member of Las Vegas Inferno, and an even prouder member of Outcasters Esports. And it ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Too low def casted, so you are crazy. Outcasters is the label that pays me. Unfadable, so please don't try to fade this. But back to the lecture at hand. Totemic playoffs, that's what we've come to understand. Are you ready for the action? Oh, sit down, strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before, with a producer who can rap and control the maestro and at the same time kick a dope rhyme. Why? Because it's the playoff. So we turn it up to 11 because that's how high it goes. So it is time to put the kids to bed and wake up the neighbors. It is time to get down like a clown like Charlie Brown and turn your frown upside down because we came to bring the pain and we're going to slap the taste out your mouth, Chris Rock. Oh, it's Outcasters time. I am Eric Logan Summit and I am with the beautiful, the talented, the awesome Red Like Ruby. Giving you the fun play-by-play. Ruby, how are you tonight? Do you have your Ruby slippers on?
Hey, I have my Ruby slippers on. I am ready for this match. We have seen these two teams play. They have very different personalities, we have seen already. And I can't wait to get into this match. I'm really excited. So let's go. I'm ready.
Well, I'm glad you're ready, and I hope these two teams are ready because it is put up or shut up time. Look, you're either winning today or you're practicing your putts tomorrow. That's the way it goes in the playoffs, and we've got Agony Alpha against Old Man & Co. And Ruby, didn't you have a little tete-a-tete on Twitter with some of these teams? What is the trash talk? What are the behind the scenes? What's the dip? What's going on?
Oh, there's a lot going on. We have two very different teams. We have Old Man & Co. coming in very confident, very cocky, if I can say so. They are here to win. They know they can win it. At least that's what they let us know. Last match, the first map went really far. They went into double overtime. The map thereafter, they started playing around and they took it 7-1. So 7-1, 7-2, I am scoreless, but it doesn't even matter because they took it home. Because they were just messing around. Agony Alpha barely took it away from E7 Esports last week. And they didn't expect to make the playoffs. They forfeited a few times and they somehow got in. So we have confidence versus excitement.
Confidence versus excitement. Well, who do you think is going to win? Does confidence take over excitement or does excitement crush confidence?
Good confidence is always good, but sometimes people get overconfidence. And Agony Alpha coming in against E7 Esports pretty well last week. Not even going into overtime. So I want to say Agony Alpha is looking better than they are giving themselves credit for.
Ooh, Agony Alpha looking good. I like that, Ruby. Well, since I'm an old man, I'm going to go with Old Man & Co. Let's see what the old man can do. But I will tell you this. Han Solo said it best when he said, don't be cocky, kid. You know what I'm saying? You got to shoot. You got to make your shots, but don't get ahead of yourself. There's still a lot of R6 action to be played tonight. And I am looking forward to an awesome evening of Rainbow Six Six Siege. Here's the fun part. If you look at the standings, if you look at the brackets, let's get to a little bit of this breakdown. We're going to drop some knowledge on you right now. Here's the deal. If Agony Alpha is able to take Old Man and Co. out, and Agony Bravo is able to take out Fraud Watch, we could have an unprecedented Alpha versus Beta. Well, Bravo, but you know what I'm saying. We could have Agony Bravo against Agony Alpha going. I mean, that could just be absolutely epic. I've never seen it in any of the other leagues to this point. Have you seen anything like that? That would just be cool if it worked out that way.
Absolutely not. I would love to see that. It would be very confusing to watch and to cast,
right?
But it would be one hell of a game.
And I'll tell you this, somewhere Fraud Watch's team is going, what the Logan? We're still in this, man. We still got a chance to win this. We're going to bring the pain. We're slapping taste down to the kids' mouths. Don't you worry about it. We are giving them warm bagel bites and extra warm Mountain Dew. They are getting nothing good. There's nothing chill. We're going to throw it down and make their days miserable. So, well, we'll keep an eye on Fraud Watch and Agony Bravo on the other side of the bracket. But tonight, we're here to focus on Agony Alpha and Old Man and Co. Ruby, I know that you think Agony Alpha has a better chance than Old Man and Co. Now, is that just your gut instinct, or are there certain aspects of Agony's game that you think are going to benefit them tonight?
This is purely of gut feeling. If I remember correctly, Agony Alpha is an aggressive team. Old Man and Co. is as well. These teams are both fierce fighters. So this could go either way. I'm just going with gut feeling and a little bit of personal preference.
All right, a little bit of personal preference, a little bit of gut feeling. You know what? I like that. I like that. You're passionate about Agony, and you want them to win, and I get that. You know what? Here's the fun thing. One of the things that we've watched and that we can definitely say about Rainbow Six Siege is if you use a strat too many times in a row, it will not work for you. Look, you can't go to the well too many times, and two aggressive teams butting heads, well, it may make for some awesome action tonight. It's going to cause some issues. And that's right, it's going to cause some issues. And one of these teams is going to have to slow it down and take a less dominant role because, look, you can't just bang heads in this game. It's not going to work. It may work for a couple rounds. Don't get me wrong, but you can't just bang heads. This isn't Danzig. This isn't Mother. No, this is Rainbow Six Siege, and you got to play smart, and you got to play patient at certain times. You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, right, Ruby?
Absolutely. That is the way to play. And I think both these teams could do it. We've seen Agony play very strategic. Old Man and Co. I find it hard to say how they play because from the last match we've seen them play, they played around. I don't know how it got to double overtime if we look at the scores of the second map, because it went from 8-7 to 7-2, and those 2 rounds were given away. I would say so. Those were runouts and funny little plays. So I don't know how it got that bad in the first map.
Well,
so I feel like
Ruby, word on the street is they actually played with one arm tied behind their backs for those rounds. Sure.
Who knows? But yeah, I don't want to call what Old Man and Co is gonna do. They're really unpredictable so far.
I like unpredictable. I love chaos. Give me some Jeff Goldblum chaos theory. Give me a little bit of that awesomeness that is Jurassic Park. And we've got our teams on board. Everybody is in and ready to rock and roll. Oh, man, I'm seeing the teams right now. And let's, Ruby, are any of the teams... I'm looking for a certain player, Ruby. I'm looking for a certain player, and I don't know if I see them right now. I don't see Zeppelin right now. Did Zeppelin change their name, or where are they?
I'm looking as well. I don't recognize all the name. I have little stat sheets pulled up from their first round of the playoffs, and some names are missing. On Agony Alpha, we're missing BDA, who had a KD of 0.5, so not the highest killer, but definitely a good player for what they've been doing.
But on the other side, with Old Man and Co., Zeppelin had a KD of 2.07. And unless they change their name, which is always a possibility in Rainbow Six Siege, let's not put that by the wayside. But that's a major player with 27 kills and only 13 deaths. I'm really wondering where they're at.
I'm missing more players.
Well,
they are missing Sneaky as well.
So are we looking at are we looking at some new look teams here? Are they stacking teams? Are they bringing, you know what? A lot of these teams playing multiple and with multiple teams. So maybe what's happening here is they might be pulling from some of the other teams that may have had early exits in some of the other playoff berths in some of the other leagues, and they're picking and choosing and getting that trade deadline in hockey or baseball and making the trades happen and making it happen for them. Look, it looks like we've got a custom game. So are you ready? It's time for Old Man & Co. against Agony Alpha on the Totemic League. Oh, Outcasters in the house, and it's time for the banning phase.
On a drug, you got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling.
We get a knock ban? That is a really uncommon ban on this map. I would have expected a Thatcher and Finka, but not a knock. It's not that big of a map as we've seen others played, like Villa, where you would expect knock to be banned, but not on Oregon. So maybe it's a targeted ban, but I'm not sure. And we see the Finka ban.
Boom, Finka, hashtag ban Finka. I'm making t-shirts. I'm making t-shirts. Look, it is really important to get Finka out of there. Right now, Finka is OP with the gun, with the heals, with everything that Finka does and brings to the table with the lethals. Look, Finka is a badass, and it's good that Finka is sitting on the bench.
I like Finka personally, and a Valkyrie ban, another very common ban. So I think that knock might be a target ban, but I'm not entirely sure what Old Man & Co. is doing here.
Well, I'll tell you this. I bet you they have a plan of attack and they're figuring it out. I can almost guarantee that everything that they're doing, there's a reason, there's a rhythm and a rhyme behind it. And Mira, there you go, KD, KS, Diver, wherever Diver is right now, Diver's like, yep, of course it's Mira. Of course it's a ban for Mira. All right, here we go. It's time. Let's get down to the beat down. Ruby, play by play. It's all in your hands. In your very, very capable hands. Ruby, take it away.
Well, we're going to Oregon, and we're gonna start in the basement, which is one of the two more common objectives here. We have very set operator picks. I don't see anybody out of the ordinary. Nazami is not as common, but still used quite a lot. So it looks like we're just gonna be playing by the books for the first round at least. There's not much special about that. So we're just gonna set up. We're gonna get ready. We're gonna get for this match. Old Man & Co. maybe having a name change or maybe missing their highest player from the last week. But on Agony Alpha, we do see Program, who has a KD of 1.7 in the playoffs so far. So they're bringing their strong players. We see Tin as well, who has a KD of 1.27. So these players are monsters in their respective team and in their respective playstyle. So I can't wait to see these players in action, and I hope we maybe can figure out if Old Man & Co. changed their name. Or maybe they just brought another strong player, because they are individually very strong as well.
Are you going to change your prediction from earlier, or are you still going with Agony Alpha?
Agony Alpha all the way. They're a coordinated team. Last time we saw them play, they were working as a team amazingly, but we see Mendes pick off 30. Agony Alpha is now down one player. It's a 5v4. And we're not even a minute into the map.
It's all about getting that first kill, showing who's dominant, taking that position. And now, oh my gosh, Ruby! Oh my gosh.
Aimkey taking out Tin, and it's a 5v2 because there was another pick on Old Man & Co. side. We're barely a minute into the match and it's already a 5v2. Not looking good for Agony, who has to get to side here. Has to get past 5 defenders, and there Mendes picks off Montoya. and now it's up to Program, but Program can do it. We have seen them play really well, but Engage picks up Program. It's a flawless round for round 1 here. What a round.
Victory. Yeah, there you go, Old Man and Co. They said it. We are going to dominate, and they just showed what domination is. That was a Goldbergian-like performance. Man, that's how you set a tone. Old Man and Co. 1-0. Agony Alpha. Seriously, do you want to start over? Call it a mulligan. I mean, you know what? You don't have to take that loss. We're just going to restart. Rev, why? We're going to call it a mulligan. Let's start. Oh, that's not a thing? We can't do that? Okay, well, it's still 1-0. Old Man and Co. over Agony Alpha. Hopefully Agony's gonna show up. I mean, that was just a trouncing.
I don't know what's wrong there. They didn't get their gunfights or miscommunication, but I hope that doesn't set a trend for this match, because I want to see more of Agony. They're an amazing team. They showed their class against E7 last week. So I don't want to get them to end this quickly, but we have seen from Old Man and Co. They can run away really, really quickly in the second map of the last week on the cafe there. So this match can go either way, but right now it's looking like Old Man is really dominant. But that's just round 1. Maybe they're just getting used to the pace here.
Well, you know what, you're absolutely right. They did set a dominant tone, but it's just round 1. There is a lot of game ahead of us, but we've seen the snowball effect, and the mental game is so important here in esports. So definitely look at Old Man and Co. to get into Agony Alpha's headspace and not let go.
Yeah, and that's what they probably did, because Tin is already down 30 seconds into the round, and Aimkey is injured but not out. But Dirty is almost injured as much, so now it's a 5v4 with roughly the same amount of health on both sides as well. Dirty has no way to get it back as JVM gets hit, and they're trading hits but not kills. But with that, Engage picks off JVM, and now it's a 5v3. Agony Alpha is hitting some shots, but we might see a repeat of what happened last round, because they're looking in the right position to do that. But no, Program gets Mendes, the first kill on Agony's Alpha side, but Scoops picks up Dirty, and Montagne picks up Old Man Hawk, so now it's a 3v2. A 2v2 as Montagne starting to work overtime. It's a 2v1. Montagne just gets a triple kill there, and now it's up to Scoops, who is offside, to get back in there and defend from Agony Alpha. Program and Montagne still being up to very, very good players on Agony's Alpha side. They're both hurt. Scoops is full HP, so they have a little bit of a fight here to go. We see a red ping coming out on Old Man and Co side, so now we're just waiting as the Iana drone gets shot out. They know where Scoops is. Trying to use those Zami utility to clear it off as Montagne is trying to get the plant down. Scoops is looking, but Program finds Scoops earlier, and it is a round for Agony Alpha. Hard fought, but definitely a good round.
Alpha making their namesake true to form, and it is now 1-1. Old Man and Co tried to run away with it, but Agony Alpha put their foot down and said, no agony and pain for us. We're throwing it right back at you. There was a real second in time where it looked as though Old Man and Co was going to do it again. They were going to rinse and repeat like the shampoo bottle says, Ruby.
Yeah, and it looks like we see this aggression were used from Old Man and Co. Being in effect, getting those early picks in the early on in the rounds. But Agony Alpha answered it way better. They were expecting it in the second round, and that's exactly what they did. And they came back and got their round. But now it's 1-1, and they have to do it all over again till we get to 7 on either side.
That is
or
the
8.
name of the game, right?
Or we might even see 8 if we go to overtime. That is indeed how you do it. You take it round by round, and round it goes.
And where it stops, nobody knows. But I'll tell you this, each of these teams want to advance. And Old Man and Co has already stated that they will advance, that they are the best team in this league, and that all other teams are complete. Yeah, I don't know what I said. You figure it out.
Yeah. And from Agony Alpha, they came in with apparently a bunch of forfeits as well, so they're just here to have fun, and They didn't prepare, they didn't scrim. But they are doing the work as JFM goes down by Scoops here. Another spawn peek. They already had a run out early on in the game. Looks like Old Man is just taunting here. As we see another early peek from Scoops. Now picking off Dirty as well. It's a 5v3. Old Man and Co coming out with a really, really high aggression, even on the Defender side. But we see a trade there. Mendes gets picked off by Tin, but Scoops picks off Program. So now we're back to 4v2. Those trades are not in favor of Agony Alpha as Tin picks off Aimkey. It's a 3v2 now. They're in a better position. They're just trying to clear it out that flash. They have a ping. And with that, Scoops goes down. But the Legion got hit. It's a 2v2. They know where Montagne is. He's gonna get in. He has Tin by his side on the buck there. Which is not a very common pick. Trying to get onto side. Tin is still droning out. Preventing from getting shot in the back. Letting their teammates watch their drone. Now Montagne has to get on side. They have a minute 30 remaining. They have to get through Old Man Honk and engage. Both very strong players as well. All these players are very strong. They are monsters on their respective skill. Whatever they do, they're really, really good at it.
Yeah, if you've gotten this far, you didn't get this far because of luck. This is time and effort. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, and Agony Alpha is droning out the area, trying to get the intel they need to get the last 2 picks. Montagne trying to find engage there, not finding the hits or the kills he needs. But there's still a minute remaining. Agony Alpha has space to play time here. Tin trying to get some vertical here. Maybe get a different angle. Not trying to push that direct head-on fight. Because he has that buck, he can do that. And Montagne gets off engaged. Now it's only up to Old Man Hawk. Who also gets picked up by Montagne. Who's just absolutely carrying it. It's 2v1. 2-1.
Say hello to my little friend, Tony Montaya gets it done. I don't know if that's your first name, but you are getting it done. Old Man and Co goes down. Oh my gosh, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself, old man. You made some pretty high-toted predictions for yourself. And it is now 2-1. Old Man and Co. I'll tell you this, I think they're getting out-droned right now.
Yeah, that drone play was really, really good. Agony Alpha recognizing they have time, they have equal numbers, playing off their drones, trying to find where Old Man and Co is hiding to get that intel, this balance and the intel they need to finish it off, and finishing off they do.
This game is a game of hitting your shots when they count and intel. You gotta know, you need the information. The boss man needs the info.
Yeah, and that is what Agony Alpha is doing really, really good. They're playing by the books, they're playing off their drones, and that's what they need to do. Yeah, and we're going back to the basement. Agony Alpha now being up, coming from losing their first round quickly. I wonder if Old Man & Co is going to slow down their aggression, but we see a blitz. We might get a push here. A bunker push. We've seen this before. Maybe we see it again. Hopefully, might be a very quick round on either side. As Line gets hurt. Lots of kills going on. Mendes gets up JFM. But Dirty goes down. Tin picks up Old Man Hawk in the back. Dirty is still down, but gets finished off by Mendes, who also picks up Tin. It's a 4v2 now. We've been in this situation before. Agony Alpha can do it, but Program is hurt. Montagne goes down by engage. Montagne, who's been clutching up 2 times now. It's up to Program with a sliver of health left in a 4v1, but they have 2 minutes.
That's
Looks
just
like
not enough health to get it done. Just not enough health. Too little, too late right now. I appreciate the gumption. Stick with it.
Yeah, and Agony, Old Man and Co scrambling to find the last player. They're watching entrances, but so they don't know where Program is. Program rotating out of bunker here, trying to maybe find a different entrance, because he knows he's being watched, but he has to go to 4 full HP players who also have a Thunderbird, so they can heal back up. Maybe if he gets in and finds his way to the Thunderbirds on side and heals, that's the only way I could predict. But he shoots his cam, he gets pre-fired. He's trying to look for the fight. He picks up Aimkey with a beautiful headshot. That was a pixel peek if I've ever seen one. It's a 3v1 now. There's still a lot of defenders, but there's 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining on the clock.
Pre-firing those corners, making a count, hoping for the best. Cross your fingers and your toes. Because just like Tupac, all eyes are on Program right now.
Yeah, and Program has to do it. He is in... They have a round up, so they might be fine for a little bit. But they need to make every round count, because we have seen Old Man flip like a coin and finish it off. He gets distracted by utility, and that's right when Engage pushes him and finishes it off.
Old Man and Co. comes out and says, no, 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 no. Settle down, Agony, settle down. You might want to take the beta position because we are still in charge here. It is 2-2. It is all tied up. And the adult, we're going up and down. We're going up and down and all around, kids. The carousel is going up and down and all around. And the teeter-totter is not going anywhere. It's back and forth. I love this kind of battle that you get during the playoffs in Rainbow Six Siege. The back and forth, just the never say die attitude that the finality of the playoffs brings out in each player and each team.
Yeah, and these teams are fighting to stay in the league. If they lose this, they're out of it. They're done. They're going home. So they need to make every map, every round count. And that's what we see here from Agony Alpha, who came here to have fun. But they're also competing really, really well now. So I hope they can keep it up.
Well, yeah, I mean, they ultimately don't... Agony wants to play against Agony Bravo in the finals. You know, like, that's the way they want to see it come out. So, yeah, they're playing for all the marbles here, as the kids might not say anymore. But they are definitely playing for all the Minecraft blocks. And, look, Old Man and Co. came in here to win, and Agony Alpha is not making it easy for them.
No, but Aimkey picks off Dirty. Again, an early peek on Old Man & Co.'s side. And it's paying off, so they're not slowing down anytime soon, I feel like. So, Agony Alpha has to start looking for the spawn peaks. Engage pushes Tin, picking him off. It's a 5v3. But we've seen from Agony Alpha, they're not out when that happens. Refire through the wall, connecting but not killing. Engage is low HP. And they do not have heals on their side this time, but Aimkey picks off JVM as well. It's a 5v2, and we're not even a minute into the game.
I don't need no stinking wall. Forget about the walls. They're shooting through the walls, Ruby.
Montaigne picks off Aimkey, and now it's a 4v2 with still 2 minutes remaining. Old Man & Co. is trying to finish it off quickly, it feels like. They push early and don't wait for them to come to them. Well, for Agony Alpha to come to them.
I think the quicker that Old Man and Co. get through with this, the better off they are. I think the longer the match progresses, the better of a chance that Agony Alpha has to keep in it.
Yeah, I think Agony Alpha is not anticipating the aggression we've seen from Old Man and Co. And once they get to site, they get their execute offs really, really well. And that's when Old Man and Co. seems to just fall apart, when they can't play the most aggressive positions. So...
Yeah, if they're not aggressive, aggressive, then it's almost like their ADHD kicks in and they can't keep concentration for that long.
That would be the perfect way to put it, because I experience the same. When I'm holding a corner for too long, I start to tap out really, really fast. And Agony Alpha, again, with the drones, clearing out their rooms, getting the shots. But Scoops picks off Program, and now it's up to Montaigne. But we've seen Montaigne play really, really well, but not this time, as Scoops picked him off as well. And that's a round for Old Man & Co.
Scoop, scoop, day-oop, scoop, day-oop, scoop, day-oop, 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 getting it done! Old Man and Co. will not go off into the forest to die. No, they're still in it. It's 3-2, telling Agony, no, 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 you're going to have to play a little bit better than that. Look, they had real control of that last match, Ruby. They actually dictated the pace, where the match went, and who won that match.
Yeah, and it looks like Old Man & Co. is really banking on those early aggression, early peaks, to then just little sit back and let Agony try to push a disadvantaged push with lower numbers, because that's, yeah.
Yeah, so if it was basically Old Man and Co. needs that 1 to 2 quick kills right off the back to throw Agony Alpha that screwball, that knuckleball, curveball pitch in there and get them thinking, oh my God, we're down a couple people already. And they're using that to their advantage to get out there quick and get it done with. And I'll tell you, that is the best way to upset the team. Yeah, you think it was 5-on-5? Well, the round just started, and guess what? It's 5v4 already.
Yeah, and we see another spawn peak being set up on Old Man and Co side. This is the last time they can do it because it is round 6. And Tin is finally answering aim key here with the counter push. And now it's a 4v5 for Old Man and Co being down.
Now.
Yeah, and this is the move Agony Alpha had to make. And once again, they're droning each other in. They're getting ready for that push for a top down here because they're playing on the top floor. They have red pings and yellow pings with a nade from JFam connecting to Old Man Hawk. It's a 3v5 in Agony's advantage now. They're in a good position.
Colby!
Then picks off Engage. It's a 2v5. Agony Alpha is now being the aggressor, is now getting their kills. Are they gonna? They're gonna try to get that 3-3 split into the defense, and then they're ready for Old Man and Co to come to them. Then they are in control of the match, and I think that's where Agony Alpha is gonna shine. As JFam picks up Scoop, are we gonna see a direct opposite of round 1 here? No, because Old Man and Co gets JFam with a Capcan trap. But Program picks up Mendes. It's almost a flawless round for Agony Alpha.
Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta, Epsilon, Zeta, Eta, Theta, Iota, Capital, Lambda, Mu, Nu, Xi, Omicron, Pi, Rho, Sigma, Tau, Upsilon, Phi, Chi, Psi, Omega, Sir! Agony Alpha! They're #1 right now because they won't go down. I love it. It's not how big the fight of the dog, it's the dog in the fight. Now it's the opposite of that. I love it. Agony Alpha making it 3-3 going into the turn, by the way. This is looking really good for Agony Alpha at the turn. I think being 3-3 is definitely upsetting Old Man and Co right now. They definitely thought they would be in a much better position, or at the very least going into this turn 4-2. But having it be tied up, I think definitely benefits Agony Alpha. And I will tell you, the turning point of this game right now, this match, this particular first round of match, this game right here will tell the tale for the rest of this match. Whoever wins this will go on to win this match. I'm calling it right now.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. We have seen Agony Alpha drop the first round on the side here and just absolutely fumble it, but then come back really strong. So this is gonna be a fight till we see the victory on either side. That's when it's gonna be decided to win. Until then, I couldn't say anything.
All right,
I couldn't claim a win on either side.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm saying whoever takes this round is going to win map #1. I'm calling it right now. I'm putting it myself out there. And like Andrew Dice Clay says, man, sometimes when you put yourself out there, it just doesn't work out. So we'll remember this, Ruby, and you may get a chance to make fun of me later on.
Yeah, and Montaigne makes fun of Engager with a early aggression again. It's a 4v5, and Old Man and Co is down a player.
And you know what? It seems as though who's ever getting that spawn kill is taking the round. Spawn kill, win the round. It seems to be going hand in hand. And I like the way that Agony Alpha has turned the tables on Old Man and Co. Oh yeah, you want to be aggressive? Well, we can be aggressive too.
Yeah, and with that, we see Mendes being entirely offside. Scoop speaking Montaigne here. Sorry, Mendes is not offside. They are an attacker. But Agony... Montoya, thank you. I get whispered in my ears. Agony Alpha picking up Montoya, and Engage is down as well. So it's a 4v4 now. Old Man and Co clearing out all the floors before they get to the basement, making sure they don't get nipped in the butt by a roamer.
They're slowing it down, Old Man and Co. Ruby. There's more method to their madness at this point. Old Man Hawks gets snapped to the face.
That was not to the face, because then he would be dead, but that was way, way, way too close. He was trying to reload and he just looked through the wall, sees a person standing there. They don't have the outlines, but they couldn't tell. But looks like Iana is in a little bit of a predicament. But Aimkey on the controls there, trying to find their way onto side as Scoops pick up program. It's now a 4v3. Oldman and Co getting back that numbers advantage they desperately need. As Scoops picks up Dirty as well. JVM gets hit from behind with barely any health left and Aimkey finishes them off. And now Mendes gets thin and it is a good round for Old Man and Co.
Old Man and Co says you better sit down because we can't walk that far, but we're still gonna shoot you in the face, neck, chest, and breast area. It is 4-3. Old Man and Co said we will not be down. They won that pretty well. I mean, it was a little bit back and forth, but they definitely had four people still alive at the end of it. I think Old Man and Co might be playing around a little bit. It's time to get serious, Old Man and Co. Let us know how serious you are. I'm thinking Old Man and Co might turn it up to 11 here. What are you seeing out there, Ruby?
What I'm seeing in the chat right now is people saying that people are teleporting, so maybe we have some connectivity issues. I hope that doesn't become too bad, because I want to see these teams continue playing. But yeah, I just see a match that's going round by round, and it is keep trading and keep finding the other team and trying to upset the other team.
Yeah, whoever can upset the other team's headspace and get those early kills, whoever dominates the aggression early seems to be taking the rounds, no?
I wouldn't say so. We've seen Agony Alpha come back from losing the early round fights. That is what we're seeing here. We see early round fight and late round fights. And Agony Alpha lost the earlier rounds and then coming back to Old Man. So, but yeah, that does seem to be the rule here. Early aggression, if you win that, you can win the round. But it's not guaranteed. Old Man and Co coming in, trying to clear out the roamers again. This time they have to go up to the second floor. Scoops having two players being very near to them, making a lot of noise, trying to get the flash off, and might have hit a player from Agony Alpha. They're getting peeked by that Jaeger there. Gets picked off, but they get the refrag from Tin.
Refrags are so important. And
Montagna goes down.
We're not seeing any Chumbawambas. I'd like to see somebody get knocked down and get back up again.
We've seen somebody be in the position, but I feel like these teams are so aggressive. They're not gonna let anybody stay down long enough to get picked up. They'd rather get the kill and die than back off and let the revive goes out. As program picks up Emke there, it's now a 4v3.
Yeah, Zombieland rules apply. Double tap to the head. Don't let him lie.
That is the way to go, indeed. It is now a 4v3, Old Man and Co being down two players and still having to get to side. They have 1 minute 20 remaining, but they have 4 holes. Dirty is trying to find them, but they cannot connect with the player of Old Man and Co. Program is injured, but not out. They still have their gun up, they still have their utility ready for when they need it. And there, Tin gets Mendes. It's now a 4v2. Old Man and Co being down 2 players, having to get to side. Still 50 seconds remaining, but then Old Man Hawks goes down by Tin. And now it's a 4v1. And Engage has to clutch this up to keep that lead, or otherwise Agony Alpha is gonna tie it up here.
This is a teeter-totter match between Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Manute Bol. Not going anywhere fast.
Not fast. We are going indeed as... Ooh, I wasn't sure about which layer of wall we were looking at. As Engage trying to clear the hatches, not trying to get picked off early here. They have a lot of players around them. They're gonna try to go for a nade through the floor, but doesn't work.
I love this vertical play that we're seeing from Agony Alpha. as they take the win right there, Ruby. They're getting it done. They're saying, no, we will not go off into the great unknown. It is round number 9. It is 4-4. Oh my gosh. It is getting down to the nitty grit right now. No one is backing down. No one will say die. Everybody is pushing forward, and everybody is looking for that one little thing in each match that will determine who wins and who loses. It's those little moments that make up the big picture at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I think this map is going to come down to individual gunfights. Who's gonna get the pick, get the kill every single time for who to take the map. This is not... I feel like this is not based on strategy. Both these teams are playing really well. This is gonna go on hitting your shots, which is the most balanced way of a match that it can go.
We are running and gunning, that is for sure. We are definitely running and gunning. This is a much faster played R6 from both teams than maybe a lot of people are used to, because both teams are playing the aggressor, and I love it. You love to see it, and this is what the playoffs bring. Who's hungry? Who wants to eat? Look, the bowls are out. Get your spoon and dig in.
Yeah, and I think that is exactly what I predicted early on before we started. These teams are aggressive, and we see another bunker push here. Old Man Hawks on the shield. They're using the same strats as Agony Alpha, as Dirty picks off Mendez. Old Man & Co already being down one player as JFM picks off Engaged. Old Man Hawks is trying to find the blitz kill, gets one but gets picked up by Tin. It's now a 4v1 as Scoops is the only one left up. JFM and Tin cleaning it up on Agony Alpha's side. It's now Scoops who's playing it a lot slower. They have Case on side. So Agony Alpha has control of all the components they need. They only need to find this last player. Scoops is trying to find their way in, making a little noise, but get picked off by Montagne. There was a attempt to push that fell apart at the beginning.
And Agony Alpha and look, Old Man & Co hit somebody with a shield. Well, next time, throw a shoe. All right, you got to use your guns. I'm just saying. I understand what they were trying to do, but you push too hard with the shield. You push too hard with the shield, but what do I know? I'm just... Maybe a little bit of patience. Every once in a while, a little bit of patience plays a huge role in this game. And we're not seeing any patience from either side. And it's playing into Agony Alpha's position right now. I feel like we're getting a little bit of frustration coming out of Old Man & Co. I feel like they might be a little bit frustrated by the fact that things aren't necessarily going their way, Ruby.
Yeah, and that seems to be the factor. Yeah, they're not getting their ways, they're not getting their tricks off, they're not getting their bunker push, and all Agony Alpha, who came here to have fun, is currently in the lead of the team that called the league not that great, to put it lightly. So maybe Old Man & Co overextended, but we have seen them in this situation before, letting it go to double overtime and then sweeping it up in the second map. So I hope we don't see a repeat of that. I hope we can keep seeing good siege in both of these teams, because Old Man & Co got a little disrespectful last time. I hope that doesn't happen again.
They really just played it out, just let it go, and then cleaned it up. And did they call it? I mean, did they call backboard? Did you hear them? Were they calling it the whole time? Or how? You know, because really, that is very disrespectful. But it's also kind of fun.
Yeah, and with that, Aimkey and Engage both pick up a kill, and now it's a 4v3, and Agony Alpha has to defend with 3 players. Engage has been hit a little bit on that Iana, but they have to get through him. Mendez goes down, but not out.
Let's get that Chumbawamba. Get them back up. They got knocked down. They need your help to get back up again. Be a great teammate. Here we go. Come on. That's what you get for being a good teammate, Ruby.
And Program picks up Aimkey, who goes out to pick up Mendez there, indeed. So that cost them already another player. And now it's up to Mendez, who gets picked up. Logan. Take it away. We saw a Chumbawamba. No? Alright. It's a 4v3 now. Mendez is back up. They're trying to get back in the game, get back going. It's a 4v3, 1 minute 20 remaining. They're nowhere near side. They're going from the top here. It looks like they're getting up there. Engage picks up another fight. Picks up JFM, but then getting that refrag very detrimental here. It's a 3v2, 1 minute remaining. Oldman and Co is trying to get to the sides here. Looks like they're just clearing it out from the top with that sledge. Trying to get the intel, trying to push people out. Stin gets Scoop, who was not with their team. And now it is a 2v2, 50 seconds on the clock. Program holding the hatch. Oldman Hawks looking in the other hatch. Looks like they're nading out common position, but they're not there. Agony Alpha playing a little bit of side. Tin not being on side. Program being in the back of the B side there. Or the A side, excuse me. It is some very careful play, waiting for the drop as Oldman and Co drops in. They get a live ping, but then is distracted, gets shot from behind by Mendes there. And now it's a 2v1. Planter is about to go down. Program has to get back onto side, clear out both Oldman Hawks and Mendes. As the diffuser is taken down slowly, Mendes is hurt, so he could be easily picked off by Program here. Who has to push up, tries to find the player there, but doesn't connect the shots. Now has to find their way back in. They see diffuse, but they don't see the player laying down right around the corner. But that's a smoke being played really, really well. Mendes is on a sliver of health, but didn't get picked off by the smoke there. 12 seconds on the timer. Program picks off Oldman Hawks. It's now up to Mendes, who is on a sliver of health. Sees the smoke go down, pushes out to Program, who was trying to defuse. And with that, it is round.
You can't do it all yourself, Program. Oldman and Co. getting it done, making it happen. We are in Borgen, and it is nothing but excitement going back and forth here. It's scratching the record against the needle, and it is making that hip-hop sound. Look, this is a hard-fought battle. This is awesome. It's going back and forth. Oldman and Co. Looks like they got it, but you know what? Anytime that Agony Alpha throws the aggression in Oldman and Co.'s face, they end up doing pretty well with it. Oldman and Co., they've been setting themselves up early on in the rounds to win, and it's been working out for them thus far.
Yeah, thus far it has been going either side. This game might be another double overtime. We've seen Oldman and Co be in before the last match they played, so I feel like that's what's gonna happen here, and there's no team that appears to be taking the overhand here. So this is gonna be maybe a very long match, who knows?
Well, we get paid by the hour, so let's get it done, baby!
Yeah, I'm here all night. I'm more than happy to be casting this match because it's a very, very interesting match. A lot of aggression, a lot of different plays from what I'm used to seeing. Players pulling out strats I haven't seen before. We even see a glass from Scoops here, who we have seen before. So maybe that's a name change there. But it's not a very common operator. Mendes just pushing into side, no hesitation here. Gets into what if I remember correctly, is trophy room. Droning themselves out, not having anybody do it for them. But they're also not getting pushed by Agony Alpha. Agony is still having a player downstairs, but Engage picks off 30. Who was on side, maybe a little too aggressive there. And now it's a 5v4. Agony Alpha being down a player. Engage picking off another who was barely shooting at him. JFam picks off Oldman Hawks. It's a 4v3 now. Oldman still being up a player, still being in the right position. But no, Program counters out. It's a 3v3 now. It can go either side here. 1 minute 40 remaining on the clock. Mendes trying to find JFam there. Picking him off as well, but losing almost all their health. And Engage picks up Program, but Tin gets a refrag. It's a 2v1 now. This can go either side. 1 minute 20 remaining on the clock. Mendes and Aimkey have to clutch it up here. Aimkey being right around the corner of Tin, who's laying down. Doesn't get spotted, but tries to pick the fight, but Mendes clears them out from behind. What a round.
Mendez coming in and showing them why they went to court in the 90s in LA, because they get kills, baby. That's what they do. No one knows what I'm talking about. The Mendez brothers. Anyways, look it up. It's a solid joke. Look, what's going on right now is this back and forth awesomeness. This is what we love about Rainbow Six Siege. This is what we love about the playoffs. Hot, awesome action, and you know what, it's just this back and forth play. You're seeing stuff that you wouldn't, like Ruby, you were saying, we are seeing stuff that I haven't seen all season long, and they're pulling it out now. It's like Carrot Top with their bag of tricks right now, just seeing what'll work, and I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving the aggression, I'm loving the gameplay, and I'm loving the excitement that I feel like these teams are catching in a bottle right now.
These teams are definitely bringing their A game and making it special. They're playing in a way I haven't seen in all my casting so far. So I'm loving it here, and both these teams being very aggressive make for some interesting plays, some interesting rounds, a lot of early picks, a lot of early fights and rushes on both sides. So it's not one-sided at all. But Old Man and Co could close it off here. They only need one more round to take the map, or Agony Alpha has to push it to overtime, and then we're gonna be here for a lot longer, because then they have to get to 8 points instead of 7. But Tin picks up Scoop here early. It's a 4v5. Old Man and Co being down a player, not being in the right position to win here, but that doesn't count them out, because we've seen it go either way with these numbers. So these matches, these maps, these rounds are crazy. As Engage is trying to find the player here, Montagne, who just walks away, doesn't go back, and just moves on. We even see Jackal being played here, which is not a very common pick. It looks like the game has slowed down a lot from those early rounds where we see a lot of aggression. Now it looks like Old Man and Co is slowed down, trying to get it done before they go to overtime, because that's a position you don't want to be in.
Is that maybe why we're seeing Jackal and some of these other operators on the map, because we're choosing to slow down the aggression?
No, because then we wouldn't see the Aruni there. I think I'm not very up to date on my my operators, but that is a very aggressive operator. I would almost say Old Man and Co is playing around at this point, just to rub it in their face. But I wouldn't say for sure. Maybe they have a strat I have no idea about. We see a very clever yellow ping here on the on JFM there. It gets out of the way, realizing that they might have been spotted by that drone. It's 1 minute 15 seconds on the clock. It's 5v4 still. It is a really slow round.
It is. Patience is a virtue, and we're seeing a heck of a lot of it.
But with that, program peaks. Aimkey was trying to get shots off, didn't get them. And now it's a 5v2 as Tin picks up Mendes. Agony Alpha is answering Old Man and Co 6 rounds, but Engage gets picked off with picks off JFM with a very aggressive peek, probably knowing that they were still there. Tin is on 1 HP right now, maybe 2. They're on the edge of death. Old Man Hawks gets hit from the side, but Engage clears it up. Now it's a 2v3, it's a 1v3, Old Man Hawks get finished off, Engage being the only one alive, being on a sliver of health. But so is Tin. It goes either side. Tin picks off Engage, and we go into overtime.
Thin Lizzy and Thin Mints, all things I like. The band, the cookies, and Tin getting it done. Oh my gosh, we are in overtime. It is what? It is OT. Yeah, it is OT, baby. It is 6-6. Old Man and Co. and Agony Alpha making this one go long. Yeah, you know what? Tell your teachers you might be late to class tomorrow, because you're going to be up all night. It's like USA back in the 80s, Ruby.
Well, I wasn't there around that time, so I no clue. But we're gonna go to overtime, and these teams are going to need 8 points to win. So we're gonna see at least 2 more rounds on Oregon here, and then we have another map. So we'll be here for a while. And if
what is the next map gonna be, Ruby? Don't hold back. Don't bury the lead.
I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure it is Chalet. What we're gonna see next, if I remember correctly. And Chalet is one of my favorites, so
It is. And
Yeah,
the
and we're-
decider, if they make it through, will be Villa. So we get to see Swiss Chalet, as you said, one of your favorite maps, and I love that map as well. It's a good one, and you know, how do you feel about that deciding map if they do bring it to a third map?
we have seen Oldman and Co play on Villa before, and they took it into a double overtime as well against PRS, who is now knocked out of this league. As Scoops picks off program, they took it into double overtime, and looks like this map might as well go there as well. So if we get to the decider, it might run really, really long. But it is a 4v4 now on the first round of overtime. Agony Alpha is still defending, but they're gonna have to attack next round. So far, both sides have been very balanced, but Scoops picks off JFM, Dirty picks off Scoops again. It's a perfect refrag. We're at a 3v3. 3v3 are for the defender sided, but then they have to keep their numbers up. It's a 2v2 as Aimkey and Dirty get picked out. It is now Old Man Hawks and Engage versus Montagne and Tin, but Tin gets Old Man Hawks, and now it's up to Engage in this 1v1 because they pick off Montagne, and now it's Tin versus Engage. Tin is hurt. They have to clear it up. They get spotted by the drone. Engage knows where he is. Tin knows where Engage is, roughly, but they move around. They shuffle around a bit. Tin is hurt, is spotted, but they can play time. They disengage. They take their distance because they know they just have to wait a minute 20 and let them come to them, not be the aggressor. Engage try to pre-fire the position of Tin there, but Tin is too far back to get hit. But they do have access to side now. And the diffuser is there as well, so Engage could go for a plant here, but then they have nobody watching their back. No more guns up if they plant.
And Tin is the most dominant player on this map today. Both teams, Tin has been showing up. 17 kills, only 7 deaths, getting it done so far.
That is some absolute crazy statistics on their side there. But Engage is also a very dominant player, but not dominant enough to take out Tin, as Tin wins the first round of overtime.
The Tin Man has a heart, and so does Tin. Tin. Oh, Agony Alpha has taken it to round 14 in Borgen against Old Man and Co. We are on overtime match point. Look, if Old Man and Co. is doing a little bit of trolling, as you have speculated, but we're not quite sure about Ruby, I'll tell you, it's time to turn it up, okay? Because if you lose one of these matches, I would have to say then you're not trolling, you're getting beat.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, because we have seen Old Man and Co. on their first match of the playoffs. They were roughly the same situation on the first map, and then turned around and swooped it up basically on the second map. So I don't know where this is gonna go. Like I said, Old Man and Co. can go either way, but Agony Alpha is in their match point situation right now. They can close it up, they can take home the first map and give them a run for their money on the second map, because then Old Man and Co. is down a map, and that's not the position you want to be in if you want to troll around.
Well, there's a possibility that Old Man and Co. just wants to make me look stupid, which they don't need to help out with. I do that all on my own, because I did say back when we were tied 3-3 that whoever won that match would win that round would win this first map, and I was saying Old Man and Co. is going to win this map, so we shall see. We're getting down to that nitty grit. It's time to buckle up, because it's now or never. Overtime match point.
And Agony Alpha is on the attack, which they managed to pull 3-3, but they also got the flawless round on there, on round 1 there. So they have to not repeat round 1 here, hopefully. But they've been warmed up. They know how Old Man and Co. plays on the defense, so hopefully they can anticipate that. But they do lose Dirty early on, so now it's a 5v4. That's not the position you want to be in if you want to close out the map, because otherwise we're gonna go to the last round, and then it's whoever wins the round wins it all. As program gets peaked as well, it's a 5v2 again. We might see a repeat of round 1, which is not what we want here. Montagne peaks Aimkey. and gets killed, but luckily Tin gets 1 kill at least, so we don't see a flawless round. But they're still in again in a 1v4. We've been here before. They have a very, very tall order.
I just don't understand Old Man and Co. They might just be trolling us all right now. That was some really firing on their part.
Yeah, and they have a Clash up as well. So I don't know their strats, but I feel like Clash is a little bit of trolling again. So now it is up to Tin to get through these 4 players, but they don't do it as Mendes picks off Tin. And we're gonna go to a double overtime.
Double OT! Oh, it's like a double mint commercial. Yeah, you can taste it when it pops in your mouth. It's like juicy fruit. All right. Anyways, look, it's getting exciting around here, and I can't tell what's happening anymore because I don't know what we're seeing. It seemed like this tat-a-tat back and forth action, this tug of war that we haven't seen in a while. But then Old Man and Co does something like that. And it just makes you think, hold on a second, what are you up to?
Yeah, I don't know what is going on. I find it so hard to tell. Are they actually losing, or are they just letting them have their fun and then reading them back in over and over again?
I want to know what chat thinks. Chat, do you think this is an awesome back and forth teeter-totter R6 playoff, or is Old Man and Co directing this match like George Lucas in the prequels?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you, to be honest. This is a crazy match, but Agony Alpha is back on our defense, and they have won their first defensive overtime round. They have to win again to take the map, but Old Man and Co, again, they no clue what they're doing. They took the defense round really easily there. It almost looked like, I don't know if it's easy. Maybe they just got a bit lucky, but that was a 4v1. So they have the players apparently, but it's hard to tell.
I don't feel like, and somebody's gonna skewer me for saying this, but at this point, I don't feel like luck has a big part in these matches. I feel like the time and effort that people have put into their game skill is just that, skill. I mean, there's luck in everything, in every video game, but skill dominates over luck.
Yeah, and while you said that, we went to a 2v4 now. A 2v3, the planter is about to go down as MK picks up another player of Agony Alpha. While Engage is trying to get the planter down, the diffuser is down. It's now Program and Tin's job to clear it up. 2 very dominant players, but Tin gets picked off by MK. MK having a triple kill so far. Now it's only Program with a little bit of sliver left, fighting against Engage and MK here. They have to fight their way through and defuse in time. They pick off Engage, who is down now, still being able to give callouts to MK here. Program coming up from behind, might be able to see them, but no, MK is playing from outside. And now Program has to clear it up, find the diffuser on the other side. Doesn't know where to look, gets shot from behind, and that is Old Man and Co's map.
Winner, winner, steak and lobster for dinner. Map number 1 goes to Old Man and Co. Yeah, there you go. Old Man and Co. making me a true believer and not making me a liar at all. They pulled it out. We've seen this before apparently, and they just keep doing it. They love. Is this practice? Are they bringing it to double overtime so they can get their hours in? Are they getting the steps in? I mean, are you wearing your Fitbits on your wrist and running around your rooms and trying to get your steps in right now? What is going on here? Look, there's been some really exciting gameplay. We've seen from both sides of the equation as far as the teams are concerned, but it always goes back to this little feeling in the back of both of our heads. Ruby, I feel like you're with me on this one. Old Man and Co. may just be the puppeteer behind all of these marionettes on the playing field tonight.
Yeah, but with that, we're not done yet. We have another map, and maybe even a third, because this is a best of 3.
It is.
We might need to swap servers real quick, because we saw some issues with ping. So maybe we have a little bit of a delay there. But yeah, we're gonna see more of these teams going head to head on Chalet, and I wonder if Old Man and Co is gonna keep it up with their tethering, or if they're gonna swoop it up, or maybe it was just a very close match. And one thing I did hear from Hawk, who said this is the only team that's worth anything in this league that deserves any respect.
Yeah,
So
and you take out anything and you put in a swear word, okay? Take out the word anything and put in whatever swear word you want. It goes there. But look, Old Man and Co. and Hawk in particular definitely said that they were going to run away with this. And I mean, they're not running away with it, right, Ruby?
They're not running it away yet. Yet, and I think that is the best way to put it, because if we look back to their first match in the playoffs here, it was 8-7, same situation, taking it to double overtime, picking it up in the last round, and then a clean sweep. Then they started trolling in round 5 because they won 5 in a row and went for knife fights, and in the playoffs here,
knife fights in playoffs.
They try to get the knife fight into playoff.
Who brings a knife to a gunfight? I mean, somebody that's obviously very particular about their skills. They have a certain skill set, Ruby, and you know what? It holds themselves in high esteem for winning if you bring a knife to a playoff game. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that was at some point the first 2 rounds. It was funny. They were having a little fun, but then it just got to the point where it was disrespectful and plain rude to do so. So I hope we don't see a repeat of that, because that would be very, very sad of this team to do. To not even give the other team respect for what they're doing here.
It's like my favorite NFL coach, Buddy Ryan, once said, if you go out there and hurt the other quarterback, I'll give you $100. That's how long ago this was. But what they need to do is they need to get out there. Old Man and Co. needs to get out there and kill Tin, make Tin be their first person that they take out. Look, they've been highly aggressive. They've been getting those spawn kills. I think if they zone in on Tin and take Tin out of the equation, they're going to have a much easier time, because Tin is showing up both of these teams right now, just absolutely playing marvelous, and is keeping Agony Alpha in the matches when they need to be kept in it.
Yeah, and I think that's interesting, because in the first game it was Program who top fragged, but that was just with 1 more kill more, but a lot less deaths. So they were very close to each other there, and now it's Tin walking it away. One thing I do want to notice with Agony Alpha, I had a little pre-game interview, and they said they did not scrim, they did not VOD review, they didn't prepare at all, and they're still doing this well. So
do you believe it though? That might be a little bit of yeah, we don't prepare. We're naturally, look, all my friends have this haircut. We're gonna do Jaeger bombs right before the match because we're that good. I pop my collar, my friends pop their collar. We're all good. They might be putting on a show, is what I'm saying.
They might be, but I wouldn't expect it, because from their way of talking, they were very sincere and they were just here to have fun, but they're still putting up a really good show. So I would say they didn't VOD review, because then the first few rounds would have gone differently. I would say if they looked back, saw that high aggression, they would have probably expected a bit more and answered it better. Because in those later rounds, they were prepared for it. So I believe them when they say they didn't review Old Man and Co. And I think it could have saved them a few rounds.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, if you're not doing your due diligence and looking at the VODs, because that's what they are there for. Look, there's a few reasons that leagues have casters, and one of them is so that you always have videos to be able to go back and check it out, just so that there's always video for you to watch. And you know what, NFL players all week long, you know why they're in the NFL? Because they do the work, they do the prep work. J-Lo says the sexiest she feels on stage is when she knows that she's 120% prepared. And I think you got to be prepared coming into these matches. And I know Agony Alpha says this is for fun, and I get that. But that being said, this is the playoffs of a highly competitive league, and at a certain point, I think the fun factor is always going to be there because these are video games and it is fun. But personal pride and all of that comes into it, and you know what? Just want to kick ass and take names. And I think at a certain point, Agony Alpha doesn't want that chirping from Old Man and Co. to keep going. I think they want to put a shoe in the mouth of Hawk and say, no, enough is enough. You will not talk like that to my friends and me. We're gonna sit you down.
Yeah, and with that, I also want to mention all the VODs from now on will be uploaded to YouTube. So if you want to watch back, if you want to study the other team, you can find them out there and look back at what these teams are doing, how they're playing. Because I think that can help a lot, knowing what to expect if you know a team is really, really, really aggressive, like Old Man and Cow. That you are ready for those spawn peaks from round 1, from round 0, that you know where to look.
And you know what, Ruby? If you love Rainbow Six Siege as much as we all love Rainbow Six Siege, and you have a chance to get into the VR world, you know what game you got to check out? You got to check out Onward. If you've ever checked out Onward VR, it is awesome. And it's not like Rainbow Six Siege because nothing is like Rainbow Six Siege. But if you're interested in other games and you're interested in VR, well, Outcasters Esports this Saturday will be broadcasting the ProTube VR Stack Up charity tournament. It's Onward VR. It's going to be happening start time around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Outcasters Esports. Look, if you've had any questions about VR and how VR could be appealing to you, if you're here watching Rainbow Six Siege, you're going to like Onward. Trust me, you're going to like the way you look. So check us out Saturday, Outcasters Esports, for a little bit of that hot VR onward action. And we move onward as we got all of the teams back in place, as we will get away from that Star Trek issues that we were having before with people jumping around from point to point. And we'll get back into it because it's time to get down to the beat down, Ruby. All right, Ruby. What do you think? Are you still going with Agony Alpha, or has Old Man and Co. turned your tide?
I said Agony Alpha. I was hoping for them. They got it to double overtime. But knowing these teams, knowing Old Man and Co., that doesn't mean much because I still have that match in the back of my mind. That was a very scary match to watch. Seeing a very close map and then just turning it around without hesitation, without any respect left. So I couldn't say if it's going Old Man and Co side, but I want to believe in Agony Alpha. I want to believe in them. I think they can do it.
Well, Ruby, can you smell it? Whenever we get to Swiss Chalet, I can smell the cocoa. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm having a stroke. It's a possibility. But I can always smell the hot cocoa in the background when we see that picture of what Swiss Chalet is. It looks so nice. And these people are going to go in there, tear it up, shoot it up, and kill everybody. Blood splattered on the walls. Tomorrow, look, the cleaning staff's going to have to use the purple stuff. And there we go. We got to think a ban. And you know what? You got to knock ban right off the rip like you saw in the first one. What do you think the deal is with that, Ruby?
I think it's just an Old Man and Co. Little gimmick. They ban knock. And if I remember correctly, it's the same what they did on their first map of the playoffs. So maybe it's just their way of having fun to ban knock there. As we see another Valkyrie ban, are we gonna see the same bans?
Mira, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Mira, bam.
You counted a little too fast.
Yeah, I was counting fast. I didn't do my Mississippis. Sorry.
Oh yeah, it's 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi.
2, 1.
Mira ban.
Hey! Yeah, there we go. And they waited until the last second. You know what I think? I think Old Man and Co. is trying to bump up our paychecks. They're trying to pad our pay today. And I like the alliteratory aspect of that. And we also like the fact that Daddy just moved to Vegas. He needs some cash.
It looks like we're going to kitchen dining room first. Not the most common. Usually we see maybe a basement, maybe a second floor. But no, we're going kitchen dining, and Old Man and Co. is on defense, getting ready for Agony Alpha to attack them, and they're probably gonna spawn peek. I'm gonna call it now. They're gonna try to spawn peek, but Chalet is, if I remember correctly, a little bit less susceptible than Oregon to those spawn peaks, where there are some spaces where you can stay outside of the spawn peaks. So I hope Agony Alpha can get to where they want to be without too many incidents.
Yeah, you can't have a dedicated spawn peak killer like you could in Oregon. Here, I mean, you can do whatever you want. Don't tell me what to do. Trust me. But here's the deal: you have to be a lot more aggressive with it if you are going to make it work. I really like this map. What's your favorite part? And I know this is your favorite map. Tell us what your favorite part of it is.
I would say the basement. I like to play Cali myself. I like the basement. It's a fun little objective. It's a little different from what we see. And what we also just saw is Mendes getting picked off really early by Tin for the first kill of the map here to get that spawn peeker out. And Old Man Hawks is out, but 30 picks up Aimkey. It's a 5v2 and we're 30 seconds into the round. I cannot even talk about my favorite maps here, because these players are just so aggressive, so on their top of the game. Agony Alpha just answering all the aggression we've seen from Old Man & Co. They're ready, they're prepared for it, and it's working out for them because they're getting control of the second floor. There's only one roamer left on the other side, and they're probably gonna set up for a top down, I would assume here, with how easy they got the control there. Only leaving Engage and Scoops up, but those players are both very scary, as Scoops get off one pick. Gets a call out, but not connecting there as the Agony Alpha player already rotated out. Engage now has a very close spawn peak with two players in front of them. We see a sense wall, which aren't very common, and a plant coming out from Agony Alpha there. Program keeping their back, and with that, it is Agony Alpha's round.
Agony to Old Man & Co. because we are the Alphas. Put my foot down right on the small of your back. I'm curb stomping you into next day tomorrow. Oh my gosh, Old Man & Co., you better get ready because Agony Alpha came to play. They have turned it up to 11. They're getting down to the beatdown. They're slapping the taste out your mouth, Chris Rock. They are coming to Will Smith you. I love it. They are turning it up. You know what? Agony Alpha is probably like, you know what? It's put up or shut up time. And we're sick of all this talk. You know what? We came to win, battle me, that's a sin. Old Man & Co., you better jump up right now, because if you don't, you're going to be sitting down tomorrow, eating mom's bagel bites and drinking Mountain Dew while you practice your putts, but you will not be playing competitive Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah, one thing I do like to note is that we almost saw a reverse of the first round of Oregon, because only JFam went down on Agony's Alpha side, so we almost saw a flawless round, where and Scoops was the only one being able to pick off anybody of Agony Alpha.
Scoob Too Cute is definitely making sure that they get involved with a lot of what's going on. We're seeing Old Man Hawks get out of the equation pretty early on in the rounds, but Scoob's hanging in there till the end.
Yeah, and being able to pick up anybody, and Tin and Program being with 2 kills and Dirty with 1, those are the pretty consistent top fraggers. Dirty actually not being the top fraggers. I just looked over my stats. They only had a 0.5 repeating KD in their first game here. So they are bringing it back in the first round here, trying to get a little bit more kills, trying to get a little bit more action here as Program is droning out the Old Man & Co player here, who gives JFam the opportunity to get a nade through the floor on Old Man Hawks being put out, but now Mendes picks off Dirty again. Being a 4v4, back to a tied up round here. 2 minutes on the clock still, only 1 minute played so far, and we are still in 4v4, which is rare for these teams as Tin gets off Aimkey. Now we might see another nade kill from JFam, but no, the Old Man & Co player rotates out, gets droned out by Tin now. Old Man & Co being on the defensive back foot here. Agony Alpha trying to look for the trying to look for the last defenders. Flashes themselves.
You flashed yourself.
They flashed themselves on a position that nobody was there anymore, which is a really, really dirty spot there in the corner on the second floor, which almost can't clear without pushing it. And Mendes with a program. Now it's a 3v3, which are generally in the defender's advantage, but both Scoops and Mendes are hurt here. Only being engaged, being the only one at full HP with no way to regain health here. So we don't see a Thunderbird or a Doc. Tin being injured as well, but JFam and Montagne still being full HP and ready to fight.
And it doesn't
His
matter
engage go down.
It doesn't matter which round we're in. Tin is the leader any which way you look at it.
Tin is a deadly gun. Got a little bit more info from Agony Alpha, and according to them, Tin is a tier 2 player, so they're way out of the league here. So I don't know what they're doing here, but they're really putting down their work. Actually, sorry, that is Program is the tier 2 player, but Tin should be earning that title in my opinion right now with what work they have been putting in. They're currently 4-0 in only round 2, as Mendes finds Tin there and Montagne as well, and now they get answered by JFam, and that was another round for Agony Alpha.
It doesn't matter how many kills you got in the round because only the last kill matters. Going into round 3, Agony Alpha is up 2-0. Old Man and Co. is, I don't know, it's like it's 3:30 in the morning and they're just waking up to spend 4 hours in the bathroom and go nowhere. This round, this map, they are going nowhere quick. Agony Alpha up 2-0.
Maybe they're not paying attention because it's currently 4:20 a.m. for me, so
there you go.
Maybe they're a little mellowed out, as I would like to say. But yeah, no, Agony Alpha walking away now, maybe being up the highest we've seen them so far, being up 2 rounds with Old Man and Co being at 0. That's a new one, I think.
Yeah, we haven't seen them go more than 1 up. Look, if Old Man and Co is doing what they say and what we might think, and they were dictating this match, well, we haven't seen Agony be able to pull ahead too. So if indeed that's the way it's going, it's getting away from Old Man and Co. Any way you look at it right now.
Yeah, so I don't think Old Man and Co is actually in full control. I think they might actually have an answer, and maybe we see a map 3 here. If Agony Alpha can keep up these score lines, these plays here, but they're answering Old Man and Co. Maybe it's the map, maybe it's less space for aggression from the defender side here, which might just be a very accurate guess, because that's a very big difference between this map and Oregon. Is there's a lot more options for the attackers.
Maybe it's Maybelline, I don't know, but we're gonna find out. Look, I would really like to see Agony Alpha get a first kill right here. If they can do that again and keep doing it consistently, I think they're going to put a real screw in the back of Old Man and Co.
I think they're doing something else here. They're droning out the defenders, making sure they know their position, pushing the defenders back to their side, out of their pushed up positions, giving them more space, but they do pick up Engage there by Dirty, and Program picks up Scoops. It's now a 5v3. Agony Alpha is up rounds and players now, both 2 on the numbers. So they are in a position to get their execute set up. They took out the roamers and they're ready to go, but they do get pushed here. Maybe it's a ping, but Mendes gets the flank on Dirty. And now it's a 4v3 for Agony Alpha's advantage here. We see a Jacko coming out here, finding Alibi there. Not being able to get the wallbang just enough. They do get another ping update. They do get some hits through the wall on Mendes there, but it is not enough to get the kill. JFam gets a shot almost across the map on Mendes. It might be the longest line you can see in this map here. So what a beautiful shot as Aimkey gets Program. It's now a 3v2 in Agony's advantage, but they have a minute remaining to get on site and put the planter down or take out the entirety of Old Man and Co. But instead, Old Man and Co is picking off Agony Alpha, but it's back to a 2v1. A 1v1, and JFam cleans it up for Agony Alpha. It's 3-0.
Let's go, Agony Alpha, 3-0, baby. Oh, you're getting it done, and Old Man and Co. is becoming a grumpy Old Man and Co. Oh, yeah, baby. I love it. I love it. You may need some Metamucil, Old Man and Co. You got to clear out those pipes because you are clogged.
Where we expected Old Man and Co to walk it away, it's Agony Alpha taking it up and walking it away. They're 3-0, but they need to keep fighting. They need to keep it up because we have seen Old Man and Co be very, very able to get back. But maybe Agony Alpha is getting in their heads because mental is a important factor in this game, especially if you're running a best out of 3 and the first map goes long and it's not going how you want to. Maybe it gets in your head.
The mental aspect of this game cannot be overlooked, and I don't think it's emphasized as much as it should be. We try to focus on it here at Outcasters Esports. Why? Because it's all about the mental, baby. When it comes down to it, it's just you and your gun. And if you hit that shot, well, your headspace is clean.
And I think Agony Alpha is showing great mental game here. Starting off with a flawless round against you. On the first map of this very aggressive team, very important match. If they lose it, they're out. But they're able to come back and push it back to double overtime. Now being able to lead, they keeping their head in their game. They keeping their skills up every single round. And it is working out really, really well for them. Maybe JFM gets the finish on Old Man Hawks here. It's a 4v4 now as Mendes takes up 30. And now Agony Alpha is back to a tied up game. They have to get to the side again. That's how attack works.
They cannot be lackadaisical or lazy right now. Now is not a time to sit on your laurels. It's time to push and do what you've been doing thus far.
And that's what they do as JFM picks up Mendes. One thing I do like to note is because they've been winning 3 rounds in a row, Old Man & Co is back to their side rotation. They can pick what they wanted now. As it reset, as Tin picks up Scoop, so the side doesn't matter apparently for Agony Alpha, because they're now a 3v1 situation as Program is down, but Montagne gets a refrag. So now it's up to Engage to defend here for Old Man & Co against Montagne, JFM and Tin, who are 3 really, really strong players. JFM being up 8-1 right now in this game, that is absolute crazy. As Montagne and Tin goes down, but JFM is still up. Trying to find the last kill, looking for the gunfight with Engage. Engage looking to stretch for time here, 1 minute 20 remaining. JFM has the time and the space to play here. He has the sledge, but he gets picked off as he overswings it, and Engage gets the kill for Old Man & Co.
Engage kicked down the door. He was waving his 4-4. Somebody said, "Papa, don't hit me no more." Oh my gosh, that was awesome. Literally, Engage took out a wall and started chirping bullets over at people, and bodies hit the floor. The bodies hit the floor. And Old Man & Co has managed to get one. Agony Alpha is still up 3-1 in map number 2. We're going into round number 5. Old Man & Co did not have control of that. They snuck away with it there at the end with some really aggressive gameplay by Engage. And I knew this was going to come back to haunt me, and probably a little bit of luck as well there. But that being said, Agony Alpha still had their gameplay intact, and you know what, their strat for this map is working for them. I'd like to see him stick with it. Ruby, what do you see?
Yeah, what I'm seeing is Agony Alpha dropping around, but it hasn't knocked him down yet. So it is just, that was the side that Old Man & Co had all the options to pick. So maybe it was just Old Man & Co was a little bit more favorable on the side. But they're gonna keep going up. I believe in Agony Alpha that they can keep their head in the game, because that's what they've been doing very, very well so far.
Well, and you said that they were just for fun. With Old Man & Co talking all this trash, having Agony Alpha step up like that, that's got to be getting into the headspace of Old Man & Co.
Yeah, but Old Man Hawks picks up 30. It's a 5v4 now. But yeah, I believe that. If we look at JFM, who is currently at a KD of 4.0 in 5 rounds, with 8-2 only going down the last round there. And now Engage picks off Tin, and now it's a 5v3. Looks like Old Man and Co might be reeling it back in and not letting them walk away. But I don't believe in it anymore. I don't think Old Man and Co would have chosen to let Agony Alpha walk 3 rounds after going to double overtime already.
Yeah, you don't choose to go down 3-0. That's just not the way it rolls. You're not Fred Durst rolling across the crosswalk in a wheelchair. Look, you're trying to win every single match, every single time. And even if you're letting them get a couple, you're not letting them get 3.
Yeah, but with that, Scoops is cleaning up shop here. And now it's up to Program, who gets naded by, or C4 by Old Man Hawks. And it is a round for Old Man and Co.
Old Man Hawks stepping up, and there you go. Old Man and Co needed to step up, and they are. You know what? I think they've been listening in on what we've been saying. No, they don't. They can't hear us, obviously. But look, when you go down 3-0 with all of the trash talking, and you're not backing it up, you need to start backing it up. So this will be the telltale, right? Right, Ruby? This will be the telltale. If they win this one and tie it back up, and then it goes back and forth. But as of right now, I liked what Agony Alpha was doing. However, it hasn't worked the last 2 rounds, Ruby. What do they need to switch up so that they can stay on top of this and not let Old Man and Co tie it up?
I don't think the only thing they can do is not lose a player early. That seems to be where Old Man and Co starts to snowball it. From what I've been noticing so far, is Old Man and Co snowballs really good. They get one player, they get a second, they get a third, they get a fourth, and they clean it up. But if they don't get that early pick, get that early aggression down, then they're on the back foot and they're struggling to find anything, and that's where they lose it.
I'd love to hear the comms when they're on Old Man and Co when they're behind and when they were down 3-0. I'm sure there were not a lot of pretty words being bandied about.
No, and seeing how these teams have communicated so far is, I don't think they're very favorable for pretty words around in general. I think they have a very colorful word choice in general. So I think that also reflected in their comms, but we don't know. We don't hear into their comms.
My Nana would say that they are speaking like sailors.
Yeah, and Scoops picked off JFam. We're back. Old Man and Co having that early pick. And now we might see the snowball again and prove my theory. Or we see an entire change. But Aimkey picks off Dirty. It's a 5v3. Mendes picks off Montagne. It's now a 5v2. Agony Alpha needing to clear it up with Program and Tin, who very strong players both on both sides. That is a tall order though, to clear up 5 players with these teams, but Tin gets the first one on Hawk. Only 4 more to go to make it a round here and get that 4-2 split that it's so favorable. But Program goes down by Engage. We might see a 3-3 split as Scoops picks off Tin. Another round for Old Man and Co.
Scoob, you're getting it done. Oh, Scoob, if it wasn't for those meddling kids, oh my gosh, it is 3-3. Look at where we find ourselves. 3-3. If you could see the cameras back here, you would be able to tell that I am beside myself during these matches. Because seriously, what are we seeing, Ruby? What are we seeing? My mind is blown.
I couldn't tell you. It is so hard to tell. Maybe Old Man and Co are the perfect agents of chaos, right? and the biggest trolls we've ever seen. Or maybe Agony Alpha is just dropping the ball and losing 3 rounds they just gained. But it is tied up into the defense side for Agony Alpha. So we've been here before. We might see another double overtime. But it is impossible to tell what is going on here. It is crazy. Like I said, this is going round for round, and it's only over when it says victory.
Crazy like a fox, no doubt. I think we might be there at this point. Look, any way you look at it, this is a lot of fun. And if Agony Alpha keeps doing what they're doing, I'm excited to be in the seat casting this because I'm having a good time, and you gotta know that the players are having some fun as well. Well, maybe not Old Man and Co. Or they might be. I can't tell.
Yeah, no, this is crazy. Maybe they're just laughing their ass off. Like, oh, look at Agony Alpha winning 3 rounds. All right, the game is over. We're gonna tie it up. Or maybe it's like, oh, we need to focus up because we're down 3 rounds and panic. It is impossible to tell.
Well, I hope we get some post-game interviews so we can iron this out.
Oh, that would be very interesting. What we could test, you said maybe they can hear us. If Old Man and Co is watching, I want to see a galley being played. I've said this before, and I wanna see it being played, and not just picked. I want to see it played. But with that, it is a 4v4. Program picks up Old Man Hawks. 30 is down, but Program goes down as well for the refrag by Mendes, who's on that Sophia, getting the LMG rounds down. But JFam cleans them up, and Tin got another pick as well. So now it's a 3v2 in the favor of Agony Alpha, who's on defense right now. Scoop and Aimkey, 2 very strong players on their team as well, needing to clear it up. So this is Giants versus Giants at this point. All of these players that are still up have been absolutely phenomenal playing so far, and I couldn't compete with them in any sense of the word. But Aimkey picks up Montagne. It's now a 2v2.
That was some great vertical action right there.
Yeah, that is the vertical play, knowing that they can't hold it from up there. And now JFam is getting into little fights. Old Man and Co are all injured, but they have the fuse as Scoops gets picked up by Tin, but Tin gets refragged by Aimkey. It's now a 1v1 between JFam and Aimkey. They're roughly the same health. Aimkey running a heavier gun there, but I think that's a Scar if my memory serves me correct. So now they're just playing time, and there's 34 seconds remaining. The planter might go down here. Now JFam is on the aggression. Aimkey got off the fuse there, goes for a swing, but JFam is expecting them and taking the round for Agony Alpha.
Stop toying with my emotions! I'm sensitive today! Look, this is awesome. Back and forth, 3-4. Agony Alpha managing to take another round right there. We're going into the round of 8. It is 3-4. Agony Alpha is beating Old Man and Co. And Old Man and Co is not dictating the pace so much anymore. A little birdie might be sitting on their shoulder saying, hey, are you gonna get into it yet? Because I feel like they made some wild claims and they still have yet to back them up.
Yeah, it's interesting to me how they went from this whole league is not that good to this team deserves respect to being on the back foot now with maybe they're trolling. I couldn't tell you, but it is a very weird match so far. But we're at a 4-3. Agony Alpha is in the lead, so we're gonna just believe them that they're winning. Hopefully.
Well, Agony Alpha is definitely putting together the winning combination right now between hitting their shots and you know what? Just disrupting Old Man and Co.'s plan of attack. I feel like every time they get in there early and make it count, Old Man and Co. gets that ADHD kicks in and they can't keep with it.
ADHD can kick your ass in this game, definitely. I can attest for that very much. We see another great Old Man and Co. droning themselves out, trying to get those Agony Alpha defenders out of their position, getting onto side. But no, Agony Alpha is holding back. Looks like their roamers are getting pushed back a little. And with that, Aimkey gets the pick on Dirty. It's now a 5v4. Old Man and Co. is being at their favorite position, 2 ahead in the first minute, and they're starting to snowball because Old Man Hawks picks a program, but JFM and Tin clear up Mendes and Aimkey, and now it's back to a 3v2. being up to JFam and Tin, two very, very strong players, having 11 and 9 kills respectively. What a numbers! We're only 8 rounds in and they're already in the double digits. And Tin picks up Engage but gets picked up from behind by Scoops. It's now up to JFam with 11 kills, being the top fragger so far. The planter tries to go down by Old Man Hawksby, who gets off of it again. Old Man and Hawks and Scoops cleaning it up. Scoops getting the final kill on JFam.
Cleaning it up, Scoops, and Old Man Hawks was putting it down, picking it back up, putting it down, picking it back up. Old Man, I feel what you're putting down. I think that was their key to us, to let us know that they got this, and we'll see in the next round. But he just kept putting it down, picking it up, putting it down, picking it up. I mean, you do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around, and that's what it's all about. It's 4-4. We're tied.
It's 4-4, but if we look at the stats, JFam and Tin already being in the double digits. JFam 11 in 5, that's over a 2KD. Tin being 10 in 7.
Yeah. I mean,
beautiful numbers.
Agony Alpha is dominating on the kill side, and you've got a weak link in Old Man Hawks on the Old Man and Co. 5 kills, 6 deaths, but with a Chumba one.
That is, those are actually assists. So he has 1 assist. But if we look at Agony's Alpha scoreboard, Dirty and Montaña only having 2 in 7 kills. So they're not hitting their shots. Program only having 4, also being negative.
Oh yeah.
This is a carry situation. That's not what you want to be in as a team. Because if you lose your carries early on with the aggression we've seen from Old Man and Co, you are screwed in the most simple way.
Yeah.
While we look at Old Man and Co having a little bit more spread out, having 2 players on 5, Old Man Hawks and Engage both being on 5, and Aimkey and Scoops being on 7 with Mendes on 9. It's a way more evenly spread out, but Scoops gets a pick, but gets picked off as well. But with that, JFam is down, the top fragger on Agony Alpha's side, and only leaving Tin in to carry almost, and who gets Old Man Hawks, but gets picked off by Engage. And now it's a 3v3. But if we look at the scoreboards, it is way more on Old Man Hawks side, as Dirty is down as well.
Dirty is down and out in Beverly Hills. Will somebody jump a one of them? I hope so. And if it happens this time, hopefully we'll see it on screen. Then I'll get crazy.
Alright, bet. So yeah, Old Man and Co trying to get aggression, trying to find the last 2 players they need to, and Program goes down with that. Dirty still on the floor, so only Montaña is up here to defend, but gets picks up Aimkey, but then it goes Old Man's side.
Old Man! Oh, getting a new look as they make it to the round of 10 and finally take control a little bit here. It is now 5-4. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ruby, but I believe this is the first time Old Man and Co. is leading in this round. This map, I should say.
It is, yeah, because it went 3-3 and then 4-4, and now it's 5-4 for Old Man and Co. They're coming back.
They are. They're not ready to sit tight and let the Agony Alpha walk all over them. But do you see him taking control and running with it, or is Agony Alpha gonna put a dent in their plans?
I feel like Old Man and Co has control, but not full control.
Okay.
They are leading. They are the leader of the dance, but they don't have they're not solo dancing.
All right. Let me get out my tap shoes.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. They're taking control over Agony Alpha in the dance, but they're not solo controlling. Agony Alpha is still doing their job really well and giving Old Man a go run for their money, but they can't keep it up enough, I would say.
Now, do you think Agony Alpha has been droning as much as they had previously in these last few rounds as Old Man and Co has been making a comeback? I feel like they still are, but they had very heavily dominated the droning, and it really helped them out.
I mean, they're on defense right now, so they don't have drones.
Drones, right.
Yeah, so Old Man and Co is playing with the drones as well, but I don't think as much as Agony Alpha did during the first few rounds. On their attack side, they were droning really well on Oregon as well in the first map, who Old Man and Co took for people that just tuned in. This is a best of 3, and this is the second map now. So Old Man & Co won the first map in a double overtime. So Agony Alpha is definitely putting up a fight. We might even see another overtime here.
Yeah.
If they... I think so, yeah, because Program picked up Aimkey, the early pick, on Old Man & Co.'s side, being on Old Man & Co.'s side. I'm gonna predict that this is Agony's Alpha round.
You know what? I'm going to agree with you because time has told us that when Agony opens up quick, they usually, yeah, and there you go, Ruby. It keeps happening.
These teams play like snowballs, but Scoops get a pick on Dirty. But yeah, once a team takes a lead, they're really good at finishing it off. But the first picks are so important in these rounds, in these fights. But with that, Old Man & Co is making their way into side, but Program gets on the pick, having a triple kill so far. We might even see an ace here, but I'm gonna cast Curse it, and they're gonna go down next. But no, it is Mendes who goes down to Montagne. It's now up to Scoops to clean it up, and Tin gets Scoops, and now it is another round for Agony Alpha.
Agony Alpha making sure they will not go away. They are still here and they are still getting it done as we get into the round of 11. It's tied up again. 5-5. We're back to the massive teeter-totter action that we've been seeing pretty much all match long except for the early rounds of this map number 2. But the early rounds are over, Ruby. That's all said and done. That's behind us. We've got to look forward because it is tied up 5-5. But that being said, Old Man & Co is going to get a chance at it, right?
Yeah, they are gonna try to get back on that lead. But I was right. Agony Alpha got the first pick and snowballed it down all the way to 0. That is how this match has been going, and I almost feel a little dumb here for not realizing that's how it's been going. Like, maybe the first round Agony Alpha was able to get back from losing those early picks, but other than that, it has been who gets the first pick, who cleans it up.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a pattern we're gonna see continue, so maybe we can start predicting who's gonna win on the first pick.
Yeah, you know what? That has been the telltale sign of who's going to win the round is if they get in the action and in their head early and get that early pick. Whoever does it generally is winning that round. And I don't know if it's just being down that man early or if it's the headspace game. But either way, it doesn't matter. Get that kill early, and the rest of the round's looking good for you.
And with that, Scoops get the first pick on J-Prem, who has been a very dominant player. 11-7 right now. So if we're gonna follow that hypothesis, it is going Old Man & Co side, which wouldn't make sense. They just lost a round. They're gonna pick it back up, but they still have to do it because it is not perfect science. Program gets a pick on engagement, gets refragged by Mendes, but Mendes gets refragged by Montagne, and now it's a 3v3. Montagne is getting pushed here, having backup from the Jaeger. Next to him, Tin goes down, and with that, Tin is out by Scoops. Scoops gets another one on Montagne. It's now a 3v1. Dirty is alone against Scoops, Old Man Hawk, and Aimkey. And we're back at the snowball position. Trying to play that smoke, but Aimkey gets the last kill. It's back to Old Man Hawks.
Back and forth, back and forth. Old Man & Co will not be put down. I mean, this is just, this is parody at this point. This is just crazy. Old Man & Co 6-5, Agony Alpha. It is match point. Predictions: are we going to double overtime or match point overtime again?
If Agony Alpha gets the first pick, we're going to overtime.
Okay.
If Old Man & Co gets the first pick, we're going to close it out here.
All right, I like it. You've been paying attention. You know what? You've been paying attention to the astrological signs of the day, because it's definitely who gets the first kill. The first pick is going to win the match. That's what we've been, or win that round, and that's what we've been seeing. So I like your prediction, Ruby, and I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to stand toe-to-toe with you on this one. Let's go. I know you want to see Agony Alpha make it 6-6. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, because if Old Man & Co closes out here, they're closing out the map the match and the door for Agony Alpha, because Agony Alpha can just go home and call it a day in Totemic here, because it's a single elimination. So they need to keep their players alive. They need to get that first pick here and push it to overtime and take the map there and then take it home on Villa. Or Old Man & Co close it out here and we're done.
Yeah, or Old Man & Co says, hey, Mom, warm up the bagel bites and get the Mountain Dew chilled. We're getting ready to rock and roll.
Oh, I could go for some bagel bites, to be honest. I'm getting a little hungry. But I'm also getting hungry for some good seeds, and that's hopefully what we're gonna see here. As Old Man & Co is getting ready to attack Agony Alpha here. They're playing out their Ianas. They're clearing the little corner there that you cannot clear, cannot easily push. Program gets hurt, but not out. So they're not the first pick yet. But Tin gets the first pick on Mendes. Are we going to see overtime? Is the hypothesis gonna work? That's the biggest question here.
I think Program really needs to get with the program, because it is just 9 kills, 9 deaths. Program, I've been expecting to see a little bit more from them this entire match, and now's the time to kick it into high gear.
Yeah, and with that, Old Man Hawks gets Montagne, so it's back to a 4-4. Yeah, Program does have 4 assists, so they're getting hits, but probably just not the kills. As Scoops get JFam, it's a 4-3. Agony is down a player on Old Man Hawks here. They have 1 minute 30 remaining, so it is a little slower round. We see another closing out round, being slow, being taking their time. But Program goes down as well by Scoops. It's now a 4v2, Dirty and Tin needing to clear it up. Tin being an absolute top gunner, still being alive, so giving Agony Alpha the chance they probably need here. But watching the roof, but Dirty is down. It's a 4v1. Tin is not in a good position, but does take out Scoops. It's now a 3v1. 1 minute remaining on the clock, but Tin picks up Engage as well. It's a 2v1. Tin needs to clear it up. Planter is about to go down. The Old Man Hawks is trying to plant here. He has a red ping on aim key. He knows where they are. Planter is down, but gets shot. Old Man Hawks close it out for Old Man & Co.
Winner, winner, steak and lobster for dinner! Old Man & Co., you are winners! Look at that, Ruby. Look at that. Old Man & Co. Put the baby to bed. Finally. You know, we were going back and forth there, and I wasn't sure what was going to happen. What was the true meaning behind all the action that we were seeing today? And I guess it doesn't matter, because when it's all said and done, the match is over and Old Man & Co. takes the cake or any other dessert item that you so want. Tiramisu? Yeah, go ahead. Oh, you like ice cream? Go ahead. Pick your favorite. I go with cookies and cream or Ben & Jerry's s'mores. Ruby, it's all said and done. What do you think? Now, looking back, now that you have a moment, do you think Agony was in control of some of that? Or do you think Old Man & Co. was just waiting for their moment to pounce?
I think Old Man & Co. was in control at times, but they had to fight for it.
All right. Well, you know what? We've got Scoob. Hey, Scoob, were you in control the entire time, or did it get away from you? And be honest. Be honest.
I was in control the entire time, 100%.
100%. All right.
I was calling, like, I feel like the only reason we lost rounds, honestly, I was trying to intentionally get Aim Key and Hawks killed because I was laughing at them. It was funny. But for some reason, they kept getting kills. Somehow Aim Key was winning rounds by himself.
He was doing well, but you did shut down Hawks. To be fair, you were shutting down Hawks pretty good. So that was the game plan. Go out there and just massacre. And you were able to control it. And that was the thing for us sitting back here. We couldn't tell how aggressive of control you actually had. It was hard to see. But now, besides just trying to kill those guys and ruin their day, were there any other strats that you put in? Please give us a rundown of how, because you said you guys are the best. You proved it by winning. Now show us why.
With especially on defense, me and Hawks were both so we were saying the site is useless. Just go run at them, and that's exactly what we did. Especially with the Azami, kind of abused that a lot. Just running at them because they didn't know what to do if we were in front of them.
And you definitely proved that to be true. What we found is that when both teams were aggressively batting heads against each other, it seemed like whoever disrupted their headspace early, got a pick, ended up taking this what we were calling the snowball effect of that particular round. Did you feel any of that, or was it just the I'm gonna get them, I'm gonna kill them, forget about it? You were single-sighted on that particular part of it.
No, I think you're right. I think there was a lot of as soon as the first pick went out, it was a lot of just everyone overheated and just ran directly at everyone else.
Yeah.
But I don't
Did
know,
you ever had during the match ever had the feeling that it was walking away from you?
Not really. I think the last map, so when we were down, I think 7-6 on Oregon, we kind of felt like that. And then on the 7-7, I called a rush that I've done since for like a year and a half, and it always works, and it worked perfectly. Wasn't too worried about that.
Yeah, did you guys basically give away the first 3 rounds on Villa there, or just did you guys have control over that? Sorry.
They caught us off guard the first round, and then I think Hawks said something, and we were just like, okay, we listened, and we won the round. We won.
So really, when Hawks turns it up to 11 and puts a fire under your butts, you guys in turn match that intensity. So Hawks is really demonstrating and dictating for you the pace, and then you go ahead and dictate that pace against your opponent.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what the meta is right now. Is setting the pace of the game, and that's exactly what I think we did. And that's why we won.
All right, so moving forward, you put a definite nail in the tire of what a lot of us were trying to see, which would be Alpha against Bravo, which would have been interesting just for the sake of talking about it. But moving forward, you've said that no one in this league can play with you. Do you still feel that way? Are there any the other 2 teams that are playing? Are you looking at them and saying, you know what, Fraud Watch and Agony Bravo, we got your number? Or are you going to do a little bit of research and watch some VODs?
I personally have not done any research. I've never even heard of either of those teams, and I'm going to keep it that way because it's more fun, and that's what really matters. So.
Ruby,
I'm
if
gonna go into
else.
it completely blind and just run around.
I don't believe you, by the way. I don't believe you. I just want to put it out there. I don't believe you. I think your team is a heck of a lot more put together than you're leading us to believe. But
no, we're definitely put together. Like we have 2 IGLs playing, who both understand the game at a pretty high level. But we don't have to do any prep work really. We just play the game.
Your mise en place is in place. I got you.
Yeah, we have like a baseline.
Well, with that, we will see that in the finals, hopefully, which you guys placed in off Totemic here. So hopefully we will see you again playing during the finals of the league. But with that, I'm done. It was a good game.
All right, thank you guys.
Hey, Scoop, thanks for being here, and good win. We'll see you in the finals. And with that being said, look, we are Outcasters Esports. If you enjoyed the fact that we put the E in esports and that E stands for entertainment, make sure that you like, follow, and subscribe. Hell, drop a sub. Why? Because you're feeling good. And don't forget, this Saturday, in between all of this hot R6 action, we've got a little bit of that Onward VR as we take on the ProTube VR Stack Up Onward tournament. That's a mouthful, and I got it out. And Rev's like, how do you remember that? It's not even here. I didn't even write it down for you. You've done it twice out of your brain. That's because I'm on top of my stuff, Rev. I know you're thinking it. Anyways, look, make sure that you like, follow, and subscribe. I am Eric Logan Summit. I am a proud member of the Las Vegas Inferno Esports team. I'm broadcasting right here from beautiful Las Vegas, soon coming at you from the HyperX Arena. And Ruby has been giving you the best play-by-play in the business. And let's not forget our good friend behind all of the action, making it happen. He is my man Oz, behind the curtain on the ones and two, on the wheels of steel. It is Revelations. Ruby, I know that I can tell everybody to go to LoganRadioRocks.com so that they can check me out and get into it. Ruby, what would you like everybody to know?
You can follow me on Twitch, RedLikeRuby1, if you wanted to see more of me. You can check out our main Twitch, Outcasters Esports, where we will have a VR tournament coming up soon as well. You can follow us on Twitter, you can join the Discord. There's a lot of things you can do if you want to see more of us. But other than that, thank you guys for watching.
Get involved. Don't not get involved. You'll regret it. And with that, we say good night, everybody. Sleep tight. Don't let those bed bugs bite. Hey, Ruby, did you hear the one on why Dorothy...
I swear to God, man, I'ma make it soon. Silence all the haters as they see us making moves. I do what I want, so I got nothing to prove. Staying motivated, teaching others what to do. I'm staying focused, my mind is open. They start to notice that I'm in motion. There is no potion, you're not just chosen. It takes devotion to stay composed, man. Never stop, there ain't no time to fall. Try to live, get it up, you got one life to ball. Thinking big, never small, cause you gotta want it all. When you finally get that call, you get ready, take it on. Need a hand out, I already stand out. Starting to advance now, ready to expand now. You don't have a chance now, cause we're in demand now. Make it by the grand now, feeling